Welcome to Rabcast. I'm Daniel Weiner. These names behind me are a powerful symbol, representing more than mere identification. They symbolize commitment to institutions and community. They reflect enduring memory and abiding love. This week we start the book of Exodus, in Hebrew Sefer Shmot. And while the English term Exodus is an obvious description of the narrative thrust of the book, the Hebrew Shmot requires a bit more explanation. Shmot means names, and its use comes from the custom of titling each book of the Torah and each Torah portion after the first major word in it. And so while the title Exodus reflects the broader theme of the book, Shmot is merely a linguistic happenstance. Or is it? The beginning of the portion lists the names of the sons of Jacob who, with a handful of others, came from Canaan to Egypt. This ancient travel manifest connects the tribal tales of the book of Genesis to the saga of slavery, liberation, and nation building in Exodus. But I see something more than a mere semantic quirk or a narrative device in this week's Torah portion, also called Shmot. There is great power in the names we give to others and to ourselves. Names and labels can reduce, diminish, stereotype, and control. But names also reflect the reputations we build, the respect we earn, and the identity we forge for ourselves. Shakespeare mocks our obsession with names by putting into Juliet's mouth the famous line, "A rose by any other name would smell just as sweet." For Shakespeare, labels often have little to do with the essence of a thing. This week we commemorate the anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, timely not only because he incorporated the metaphor of Jewish redemption into his message for the civil rights movement, but also because he too offered great wisdom in distinguishing surface assumptions from essential value.
Just as I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
But Jewish tradition gleans great meaning about the essence of a thing or person from its name. Our tradition teaches that people are called by 3 names: what they are called by their parents, what others call us, and the name we acquire for ourselves. The best name is that which we acquire for ourselves. Rabbi Shmot adds in Pirkei Avot that there are 3 crowns: the crown of learning, the crown of priesthood, and the crown of royalty. But the crown of a good name excels them all. Later in the portion, the power to name arises in Moses' first direct encounter with God at the burning bush. Humbled and feeling inadequate to the task laid before him by God, I guess he needed more information than Peter Graves or Tom Cruise did before accepting his mission impossible. Moses asks God who he should say sent him to the arrogant Egyptians and faith-deprived Israelites. God responds, Eyeh asher eyeh, I am what I am, or I will be what I will be. In a way worthy of God's mystery, this answer is both ambiguous and authentic. God's name is a form of being or becoming. God reveals divine essence to Moses, but also challenges Moses and all of us with the true nature of what it is to be in relationship to God. God is eternal and immutable, but through our bond with God, we change, we grow, we become who God wants us to be if we would but make it so. In naming God, we name ourselves as we are and as we can be. In knowing God, we come to know ourselves for who we are and who we should be. Shabbat Shalom.